Yo, what is up? What is up, man? Welcome into the brand new edition of Sentell live on Facebook. And hey, man, I apologize, man. I was supposed to be here at 8 o'clock. Things happened. Hopefully I got that sorted out. But if you're still here, thank you for watching, man. But I'm back. I'm here. It's a little later than normal, but hopefully you guys are still around and want to hang out with me today. This is Overreaction Monday, obviously. Big weekend in sports, big day in sports today. I mean, so much to talk about. Football over the weekend, had playoff baseball today, NBA news. A lot of things going on, man. Yeah, if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to come do that for me. Cause I mean, I'm a one-man show over here. So hopefully I got this sorted out. I was supposed to be at 8, but again, I apologize. So much going on in the world of sports. I want you guys' reaction from the weekend. Reaction. It's Reaction Monday, Overreaction Monday. So that means I need reaction from you. I need phone calls and comments about what you saw over the weekend from your teams. I want that information from you. I know. I understand. I completely understand why you wouldn't want to talk about it. But you can call me and vent about it. It don't always have to be good. It can be bad, you know what I mean? So, welcome into the latest and greatest edition. Sentell, man. I'm your host, the sensational one. I don't know where I want to begin today. Like I said, there's so much going on. Before I get into what I'm going to get into, had the baseball game today. Houston beat the Boston Red Sox to close out their series 3-1. They win today 5-4. Advanced to the LCS for the first time since 2005. So clap it up for the Astros. Cubs beat the Nationals to take a 2-1 lead today. Anthony Rizzo with a game-winning base hit. Max Scherzer, the Nationals pitchers, was pitched 6 2/3 innings of no-hit ball. So Indians and Yankees are playing right now as we speak. Travis Bauer is going for the Indians. He pitched 6 2/3 innings and 8 strikeouts in his first starts against Luis Severino. So Indians and Yankees. Indians lead the series 2-1. Later on tonight, Dodgers and D-backs. Dodgers lead the series 2-0. Dodgers will send Yu Darvish to the mound, and the Diamondbacks will send Zach Greinke to the mound. Again, this is Overreaction Monday, so I need content from you people. Call in, vent about your team, tell me how good they are, how horrible they are, whatever you saw over the weekend, NFL, college. I got some NBA news. Joel Embiid, for some reason, just got a $148 million extension. We could go up to $172 million incentive-wise. So I'm sure those incentives are based on him playing and not missing half the season or the whole season, which has been the case the first 3 years in the league. So congratulations, Joel Embiid, who shows that no matter, if you don't show up for work, you can still get paid a lot of money. I like the kid, though. I like him. He's if you don't follow him on Twitter, follow that guy on Twitter. Like, he's like the best Twitter guy ever. Dwayne Wade was named the starter for the Cleveland Cavaliers also in NBA news. But let me first start off with this. I want to start off with an opening rant because I haven't ranted in a while, and I feel like ranting, but it's not a traditional rant because I have to rant about something that's near and dear to my heart, but it has to be said. It has to be said. And I basically want to talk about my Florida Gators just for a few minutes. I need to talk about them for a few minutes. Again, another loss on Saturday, and I can deal with another loss. Losing doesn't bother me all the time. It's just the way we lose. Another offensive explosion by those 16 points. We have been just putrid and pathetic over the last 7 seasons. offensively, it's hard to watch. I think they should give us a pain and suffering check to all the 49. All the Florida fans deserve pain and suffering checks for having to sit through watching Florida Gator football games. Now we deserve pain and suffering checks. I'm gonna get me a good lawyer and I'm gonna get me a check. But let me start out this year right now. The Florida Gators in total offense rank 100th in the nation. 100th in the nation. At 347 yards a game. There are 130 teams in Division I football, and we rank 100. Rushing yards per attempt, we're 60th in the nation. Passing yards a game, we're 191st. We're 92nd in the nation, 191 yards a game. We're 83rd in scoring, 25 points a game. We're 82nd in time possession. We only run about 61 plays a game. It is just horrible. It's bad. I'm not calling for no one's job right now, but this has to get fixed. But it goes deeper. I mean, it gets deeper. Coach Mack right now at Florida has a 5-10 record when opponents score more than 14 points. He has a 5-10 record when the opponent scores more than 14 points. Now, this guy is supposed to be an offensive guy. So I always critique and criticize a guy whose specialty is in a certain thing. So Will Muschamp was here. He got fired deservedly so because he didn't fix the offense. But his specialty was defense. His defense never sucked. His defense was his calling card. And I've always never had a problem with firing somebody if their specialty or their expertise is the weak link of your team. So I don't have a problem. Like, I didn't have a problem with Texas firing Charlie Strong. I know he may have deserved more time, but I didn't have a problem because his expertise was defense. And their defense was atrocious for 3 seasons. No sign of improvements whatsoever. So I had no problem with Texas firing Charlie Strong. I had no problem with Florida firing Will Muschamp because he couldn't fix the offense, but his defense never sucked. Now, since the beginning of 2010 season, really, we can call that LAT. You can call that LAT if you want to. Life after Tebow. Since 2010, you can call it LAT. Life after Tebow. Let me give you the rankings of the Florida Gators offense in the last 7 full seasons. Let me give you these numbers to make you just you think I don't have any hair. And what little bit I have, I pull it out every freaking Saturday for the past 7 seasons. And here's why. Life after Tebow, LAT. Since 2010, beginning of 2010, we ranked 85th in total offense. In 2011, we ranked 105th. In 2012, we ranked 105th. 2013, we ranked 113th. 2014, we ranked 97th. 2015, we ranked 107th. 2016, we ranked 109th. That's an average in the last 7 seasons for you math majors. An average of 103rd ranked offense in the nation. We're talking about the Florida freaking Gators here, people. Not the school of deaf and blind, the Florida freaking Gators. The last 7 seasons have averaged an offense 103rd in the nation. Let that shit sink in for a minute. Let that shit sink in for just a few minutes because it just sunk in on me. I'm sick. I'm so sick of damn seeing it. And this is why I don't really come on here and talk about my Gators because I don't want to be talking about them too good when they do good because I don't want to be considered a homer. And I don't want to talk about them too bad because I get like this where I can't control myself and just start saying shit that just makes I'm ill. And if you would be too, if you had to watch this pathetic shit every week. And I got an offensive guy at coach right now who came from Colorado State. And In 2012, he was at Colorado State. His offense was 101st in the nation. First year, Colorado State. But his second and third year at Colorado State, his offense averaged 24th in the nation. They averaged over 460 yards a game. So what the hell happened? What is really going on? And I know it's been a lot of bad luck, a lot of things that out of his control that has happened. But look, I'm not an excuse guy. Anybody who knows me, I don't do excuses. I'm a results guy. I'm about results. I'm about getting the damn job done without excuses. And I know a lot of things that happened to him. The Will Grill thing really set him back. But here's the thing with the Will Grill situation. He said Will Grill can still be a Florida Gator. He got suspended, true enough. But this guy felt so comfortable that he allowed Will Grill to walk out the door. Will Grill could have been a Florida Gator last year after 6 games. And been the starting quarterback the rest of the season and be starting quarterback right now. But you felt so comfortable to let him walk out the door. So I can't give you a pass on that. I can't give you a pass on letting Will Grill walk out of the door because you felt comfortable enough to let him go out the damn door. So you let him go. But we 3 years into the system, we got the same offensive coordinator, we got the same head coach, same receivers coach. No, we made a little subtle little moves at the offensive line position or whatever. Running backs coach. But for this offense, in the 3rd year, to be sitting here ranked. Now, we ranked 100 in total offense right now. 3rd year coach, 3rd year offensive coordinator. We ranked the fucking 100. We ranked 100 in the damn nation in offense with a 3rd year coach and a 3rd year coordinator. How can this be? How can this, like I say, I'm not ready to start calling for people jobs because I believe a coach deserves 4 years at least. Unless you go 2-10, 4-8, you should get fired. But what I tell you is when your expertise is showing up as the weak link of the team, that's when you have red flags. Now, see, the first 2 seasons he was here, the defense carried him. Defense had took a step back. They're not horrible. They're not dominant. They only gave us 17 points from Saturday, so you shouldn't feel bad. You should win a game. You should win a game when you give up 17. So look, that's why I don't see. This is why I don't, because I will get like this, because this pisses me off. I just sit here every freaking Saturday and I have to watch this garbage, and I get no explanations of why this garbage is what it is. Oh, God. But since Tebow, LAT, life out the Tebow, 105th, 85th, 105th, 105th, 113th, 97th, 107th, 109, I average over 103rd offense in the nation. Coach Mack is 5-10 when opponents score more than 14 points. That don't look good. That don't look good. That ain't good at all. So I'm gonna get off of that. I mean, if you out there, you telling me it's nuts, I can buy that, because I know at Michigan his offense wasn't that good either. But at some point, Mac lawyer to a fault right now, because if it's nuts, get him out of here. But the way they coaching Felipe right now is just a joke. The man threw 16 passes. 16 passes the other day. This ain't 1978. Do we got Walter Payton in the backfield or Eric Dickerson or something? Did I miss the memo? Why is my quarterback throwing 16 passes in a game? 16 for 100 yards. So either if you're not confident enough for him to run the offense and do the things you want to do, you need to make a change, or you got to change the way you coaching the game right now and coaching him. Because this little damn Mickey Mouse preschool offense it's getting on my nerve. 3 years in, we should be a lot better on offense. Should be a lot better. Should be way further along. I mean, you got to get him out of there. I mean, the friends will get you fired. Let me get out this Florida. Let me get out of Florida stuff. Move on to some other stuff. That shit just pissed me off. Like I say, over the weekend, had some good college football stuff. I had a couple of upsets. If you know, Oklahoma got beat by Iowa State. Oklahoma was a 30.5 point favorite. This is the seventh straight season that the Sooners have lost to a double-digit underdog. So same old for the Sooners, right? Michigan was beaten by Michigan State. They turned the ball over 5 times in a sloppy game, wet, rainy type deal. So 2 top 10 teams go down. Miami ends their 7-game losing streak against Florida State. Malik Rozier throws a late touchdown. Miami fans, you out there? I mean, Pops Lee, you finally won. You finally beat Florida State. You want to call in and brag about that? Come on, call in, tell me why. And when we did the ACC preview show, me and my brother, Chris Major, we had Miami 11-1 just based on the schedule. We're like 11-1. So the schedule sets up nicely. Miami could be 11-1, possibly go 12-0, with a chance to go to the damn playoffs. Who would have thunk it? But even our schedule suggested they would be 11-1 at worst. So look out for Miami. Big win over Florida State. TCU beat West Virginia in the only ranked versus ranked matchup of the week. TCU, the 8th ranked team, and West Virginia was 21st, I believe. Also, Bama got a hard-fought victory over Texas A&M. Highly contested game, physical game. Also, Stanford beat undefeated Utah in Utah. Bryce Love, 20 for 152. He now has 1,240 yards on the season with 9 TDs. So if you want to call in and discuss any of that, also NC State on Thursday night beat Louisville. Big win for NC State. Told you to watch out for NC State. I told you. Only reason they lost to South Carolina because they turned the ball over several times, doubled them up in yardage. They should be undefeated right now. I was very high on NC State coming into the season. You out there watching? Hey, phone line's already open. 864-378-5943. This is Overreaction Monday. Call in and tell me how good you think these people are. I mean, I know Georgia thinks they're going to win that championship now. More power to them. They destroyed Vanderbilt over the weekend. They looked outstanding. Hats off to them. They played really well Saturday. Clemson got off to a good start, but kind of played the reserves and backups. Kelly Bryant seems to be okay, had a minor ankle injury in the game. They win 28-14. Carolina Gamecocks beat Arkansas. I think it was 48-22, a game that kind of turned in the third quarter. So that's your local teams. So if you want to talk about Georgia, Carolina, Clemson, call in. You want to talk about that? Enter the games you saw the weekend. Hey, I'm here. I'm here for you to call. I'm just waiting for a phone call, wait for a comment, Wisconsin performance, nothing that just stood out to me. The Taylor kid is out. The Taylor kid is outstanding. I mean, a true freshman, had well over 200 yards, almost 300-yard rushing Saturday. So that's what stuck me in Wisconsin. They always going to be able to run the ball. I just don't think they're dynamic enough on the outside. You can rattle the quarterback a little bit. You can't really stretch the field. So that's the old thing that bothers me. They're a top 10 team, but to me, not a serious threat for a playoff contender. They're not better than Penn State, even Ohio State. But we shall see. They're definitely going to win the Big Ten West because it's like the worst division in football. But I would say they solid win. Northwestern got beat by 30 at Duke. So who lost to Virginia this weekend? So moving on. I guess we'll talk about a little bit about the NFL. NFL this weekend, Panthers go into Detroit and get a win. Cam was sensational again, over 300 yards, 3 TDs. He played really well. Chargers go into Meadowlands and beat the Giants. The Giants are winless. But the big story out of that, we all know, Odell Beckham Jr., broken ankle, out for the season. So huge news on the injury front in the NFL yesterday. I meant to bring that up immediately. J.J. Watt was also injured yesterday. He's out for the season. So Beckham, J.J. Watt, two of the biggest stars in the NFL, two of the most recognizable stars in the NFL, both out for the season. Eagles over the Cardinals yesterday, and I thought it was an impressive win. Carson Wentz looked spectacular. The Eagles moved to 4-1, first place in the NFC East. The Jags beat the Steelers. But the story of this game is Big Ben. If you didn't watch this, you know how I talk about the pain and misery that I feel watching Florida play on Saturdays? If you're a Steelers fan and you had to endure and watch that Sunday, I'm praying for you. Big Ben was I don't even know the words to describe how Big Ben played Sunday. He was just god-awful. 2 pick sixes. He threw a total of 5 picks. And what's more concerning is after the game, he's told a reporter that maybe he doesn't have it anymore. If you remember in the offseason, Big Ben contemplated retiring. Seemed like he had to get talked back into coming back. So still have a lot of issues. I thought they were overrated. I always thought they were overrated. Never a serious Super Bowl contender. Even though I hadn't won in the North, I just never bought into the Steelers. Definitely not buying into them now, but I was never on that train. I just don't like the makeup of that team. And then the late game yesterday, Packers over the Cowboys. Another great football game, 35-31. Packers again. Cowboys score late. Leave a minute and 13 seconds and a timeout for Aaron Rodgers. Proved to be way too much time for the great Aaron Rodgers. He goes down. All he needs was a field goal to tie. He gets him in field goal range and then throws one of the most prettiest passes I've ever seen in my life to Devontae Adams, where only he could get it. And I mean, it was just a thing of beauty. Didn't throw for a lot of yards, but it was very efficient. Threw the 3 TDs, and then, of course, the game winner. Just a bad, bad man. I still think the Cowboys can regroup and win the division. I picked them to win the division. But right now they're struggling defensively because they can't control the clock. The offensive line hasn't been good as it was the last couple of years. Those new starters, Lionel Collins and Chaz Green. Let me go ahead and tell you Chaz Green. Chaz Green went to Florida. And if he went to Florida, he played on the offensive line, he can't be that good. I can assure you of that. He cannot be that good. I promise you. And then last night we had a wild, chaotic game, which was outstanding. Chiefs proved why they're the best team in the league. They moved to 5-0. But the story of the game were the quarterbacks. They win the game 42-34. But Alex Smith, right now Alex Smith is your MVP of the league, if you can believe that. He threw for 324 yards last night, 3 TDs. He was just sensational. I don't have the words to describe how good he's been playing. On the season right now, Alex Smith has 1,391. Check out this completion percentage, 76.6%. Let me say that again. He's completed 76.6% of his passes. I'm willing to bet that none of my quarterbacks at Florida in practice could complete 76% of their passes with no one defending their open players. I'm willing to bet that. This man is in the NFL completing 76% of his passes. That is just outstanding. 11 TDs. I mean, I don't know what to say about this guy. I mean, clearly the MVP right now through 5 games. I don't know who this guy is. I dumped and checked down Alex because he refused to go out in the field. It's amazing what a few weapons can do. And then drafting a quarterback at the 10th pick in the draft makes you change the way you play the football game, because clearly when you draft a quarterback at the number 10 position, that guy coming for your job. And Alex Smith says, I'm not so fast, my friend. But not to be totally outdone, Deshaun Watson had another crazy game. He threw for 5 TDs in a loss. He threw 4 last week and 5 this week. He had 9 in 2 games. He played very, very well. Their defense just couldn't keep up. Once they lost Merciless and J.J. Watt, the Chiefs just ran kind of wild. But Deshaun, clearly, the Texans, they have their guy. We all knew this. The majority of us knew this. I think that we knew this guy with the deal, except for the so-called experts who continue to want to look at measurables and all kind of other nonsense when they trying to get their QBs. I don't pay attention to none of that crap, that garbage. We all knew Deshaun Watson could play. I mean, duh. I mean, like, I just don't understand it. Oh crap. Ah! That just happened? Oh, man. How'd that happen? Oh, that's weird. It ain't never happened before. Set it back. Yeah, I'm just having a horrible day right now. Y'all just got to excuse me, man. It's just not been a good day. Like, I am like cursed right now. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Kareem Hunt. Yeah, Kareem Hunt he's been spectacular. League in rushing. Had over 100 yards last night. No touchdowns, but you're right. He's making life a lot easier. But Tyreek Hill and DeMarcus Robinson, before Conley got hurt last night also. So they got some guys, man. Kudos to Andy Reid, Alex Smith for the Chiefs look good. If they hadn't lost Eric Berry, boy, I would just want to pencil them in the Super Bowl. But their defense is not that good, and they might have to run into a game where someone can slow them down, and they're gonna have to. I don't know. The defense is not good. Hey, phone lines open. 864-378-5943. If you want to come in, if you Cowboy fans want to call in and gripe about your Cowboys and how sad you are, I'm here for you. If you Georgia fan want to call in talking about how y'all the greatest team in the world, I'm here for you too. I mean, I thought, like I say, Georgia played really well Saturday. They look like a top 4 football team right now. Offense is clicking. Jake Fromm looks outstanding. Defense look ferocious. So you want to get in and talk about that? You can. I'm not going to even discuss that. I need DeMarcus Banks to raise his hands and be present, because he got to be held accountable for talking about Aaron Rodgers. He needs to be held accountable. So I need to find him. DeMarcus Banks, wherever you are, you need to be held accountable for your actions and stand up, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you in here, because I need to see you, because you being disrespectful to the best out there. So, yeah, that's also in the news. Colin Kaepernick finally breaks his silence and tells my man Jason Lockenfora of CBS Sports that he works out. He definitely wants to play in the league. So there's that end of that. Colin wants to play. He's working out. He's lifting. He's training. So he wants to play. So all of you so-called owners who say you want to win, he's available. But, we all know you don't want to win. So that's why you keep trying out this trash. You keep trying out every week. Marcus Mariota goes down for Tennessee Titans. And asked about Colin Kaepernick, Mike Mularkey, who shouldn't even have a job. I don't know how he got the job. Says they didn't even mention Colin Kaepernick, but yet they picked the phone up and called Brandon Weeden. Yeah, That Brandon Weeden. You know the Brandon Weeden who was drafted by the Browns and has been floating around the league for the last 6-7 seasons. He might be like 40 years old now because he came in the league as an old man. So they called him because they said the coach said that he could run the offense. So the 35-year-old Brandon Weeden can run the same offense as Marcus Mariota. I'm so confused by it all. I watched the Browns play yesterday. Clearly, Deshaun Kaiser is not ready. They don't have a quarterback. You know, the Miami Dolphins said we picked up Jay Cutler because he knows the offense. If this is how he plays, knowing the offense, I really feel bad if he didn't know the offense. It's awful. And in the other news in sports, Jame Hill. Y'all know Jame Hill from ESPN. She got suspended today for making comments about Cowboy players, encouraging them to boycott advertisers. Now, I don't know why you would suspend her for that when you didn't even suspend her for the Trump comments. I think they're like punishing her for that comment and using this comment as a scapegoat because that was way more, whether you agree or disagree with her about Trump, that was way more egregious to say than what she just said yesterday about the Cowboy players. So for ESPN to suspend her, I think it was a cop-out, clearly trying to hide, behind the comments she made a couple weeks ago when the White House was pressuring ESPN to fire her, and all of a sudden she says this, and she gets suspended. So a little fishy to me, but, here we are, Sports, politics it's all in play right now. If you're out there watching, I need you to call in. I need you to tell me something about this weekend. I need you to tell me anything about football this weekend, anything sports related that you saw over the weekend. 864-378-5943, 378-5943. Hey, call me. Hey, let me hear you. Talk to me. Keith. I don't know what's going on. He won't. What is that? Like, what is that? Let's see. Yeah, at the top of the program, I told you that in the playoffs, Major League Baseball playoffs, Houston advances today with a 5-4 win over Boston, advancing to the ALCS for the first time since 2005. Clap for Houston. Cubs beat the Nationals today 2-1, take a 2-1 lead over in that series. The Indians and Yankees are playing right now as we speak. So I don't have a score update for you. Somebody can get me that. I'd appreciate you can get me a score update. Be nice. And Diamondbacks take on the Dodgers later on tonight. Most impressive college win I saw over the weekend. That's the most impressive team that I see on the weekend. I don't want to overstate that win. I guess I'll go Miami over Florida State. I know Florida State was 1-2 for all teams, but for that mental hurdle of Miami hadn't beat Florida State, lost 7 straight, and then to get down and have to come back and make a drive to win the game, that makes it mean so much more. And I'm sure all the Miami fans would tell you, hey, that was the best win of the weekend for a college team. I happen to agree. I think that's a huge psychological win for Miami. I think now they can go on with their season. No, we got that monkey off our back. Schedule sets up nicely. Miami is definitely going to be in the ACC. I definitely see them in the ACC championship game. Now, Will they be 11-1 or 12-0 when they get there? I don't know, but definitely see Miami going 11-1 or 12-0 and being in the ACC championship game against Clemson or NC State. Yet to be determined. We shall see. That's going to be a good game in a couple of weeks. Let's see. NFL, the best win I saw, the Eagles over Cardinals. I mean, I thought that was the best win of the day. The way they did the Cardinals defense, I mean, they just tore them apart. I mean, Carson Wentz just went bananas. They ran the ball. They threw it. The addition of Alshon Jeffries, Torrey Smith, all of a sudden Nelson Aguilar, he don't find how to play football again. Zach Ertz at tight end, Lane Johnson being back from the suspension, and Jason Peters at the left tackle. I mean, they can do everything offensively. They can run, they can throw it. Carson Wentz looked like the real deal. Defensively, really stout. You know what you're going to get, Fletcher Cox. Got Malcolm Jenkins in the back end. So they got some dudes. And when we did the NFC preview, I said I can't go with the Eagles yet. I picked 9-7. I wasn't ready quite there yet. I didn't think Carson was there yet. But they look like a team that can make a lot of noise and can possibly get to the playoffs, so or win the division. So Eagles looking good. Let's see. I mean, the Chiefs played well, but the Texans lost a lot of. I mean, you lose J.J. Watt, you lose Whitney Merciless, but the Chiefs offensively just looked fantastic. I mean, but I thought the Eagles over the Cardinals. I mean, I thought we were in for a competitive football game, and this kind of came out and set the tone, and just they ran them off the field. I mean, they just ran them off the field. I think I gave you this news already. Joel Embiid, 76ers signed a extension for $148 million. Could go up to $172 million based on some incentives. So, you know, hey, more power to Joel Embiid, man. Gotta respect that. If you want to call in and chime in about Joel Embiid, Jame Hill, the game on. Hey, it's a game on right now. We got got the Bills and the Minnesota Vikings. Good old NFC North battle going on right now in the Windy City. Anybody want to give me a score update? I would appreciate it. If anybody out there watching it can give me a score update, let me know what's going on. I gotta get me a monitor in here immediately so I can keep you updated on the score. So, hey, there it is. Lines are open. Sorry I got in late, man. Trust me, I want to be here at 8 so I can be done at 9. Been a long day. So, again, just had some technical issues. It just been one of those days. Then my cam just fell down. So, but hey, you're watching Sentell. You know what it is, the hottest new sports podcast in the South. Hey, it's just fact. It's just facts. I give you the real facts. That's what I give you. Is it real facts? That's not right. It's real facts. That's right. Can you say real facts? It's true. I digress. If you're out there watching, I need comment. I need some phone calls. 864-378-5943. We want to talk about Alex Smith and the Chiefs, how good they look. Cowboy fans, I mean, what can I say? When you left that 113 at that one time, I just shook my head like way too much time. Way too much time. Steelers fans, Big Ben threw 5 picks yesterday, just an ugly loss at home. At home, by the way. An ugly loss, 30-9 against the Jags. Giants lose Beckham out for the season. They 0-5. Yes, rough in the Big Apple. Rough in the Big Apple. Uh, uh, Again, college football this weekend, 2 top 10 teams loses. Iowa State beats Oklahoma. Oklahoma was a 30-point favorite. This marks the 7th year in a row that Oklahoma has lost to a team that was a double-digit underdog. So it's becoming a thing. So instead of Clemsoning, we can call it like Soonering or Oklahoming, or something like that, right? Because that's obviously some of that nature. When you lose to a team who double-digit underdog 7 years in a row, you should have a title. I mean, it always expected when Oklahoma gets this last decade, pretty much Oklahoma football this sums up Oklahoma football. Anytime you expect something of them, they have expectations, they just fall flat on their face. Every time. You cannot give them expectations. They're better when they rank real low and they sneak up on you. Once you start putting expectations on them and pressure, it's over. The AP had them the 3rd ranked team last week, and as soon as they put them at the 3rd ranked team, they lose at home to an Iowa State team. They lost to a converted linebacker, quarterback to linebacker. I don't even know. They lost to a backup quarterback. They gave up 449 yards with the offense to an Iowa State. I mean, Cyclones, Iowa State. It's just not good. I mean, it's just not good at all. Michigan loses to Michigan State in an ugly game. I thought that even when Michigan beat Florida, I thought that team was not as good as they looked that day. They limited. The quarterback position is very limited, whether it's O'Connor or Spate. The offense is not really dynamic enough. Defensively, they can do some things defensively, especially up front, but not enough to be a serious threat to anybody. I thought they would lose 3 games this year, but I also thought they would lose to us. So that's their first loss of the season. TCU had a good win at home over West Virginia. So Old Horned Frogs, they're the only undefeated team left in the Big 12. So the Big 12 is hoping that they win the rest of their games so they can get a team in the playoffs after not having one last year. Mentioned Stanford over Utah. Bryce Love. If you don't know Bryce Love, the running back from Stanford, 20 carries, 152 yards Saturday to bring his total to 1240 and 9 TDs in 6 games. He's been outstanding. And NC State had a solid, really good win Thursday night against Louisville. And they're setting up a huge matchup in a few weeks in Raleigh. The Clemson Tigers come to town. So I fully expect both teams to have no losses in conference when they get to that point. So NC State, Louisville, NC State, Clemson. Going to decide the late ACC Atlantic because, Florida State has fell off a cliff. Louisville, no threat. So it's going to come down to NC State and Clemson. And I think the game's in November. I'm not sure. I think it's in November. I'm pretty sure it's November. So we shall see. I'm here. If you're watching, phone calls, comments, phone calls. 864-378-5943, 378-5943. This is Sentell on a overreaction Monday. Got on here way too late than I would have liked. I apologize again because I like to be prompt. But I had an hour delay. So apologize again. But I'm here now. If you want to get in, the number is 864-378-5943. So much going on in the world of sports. so many ways you can go, so many directions you can go. We can talk about it all. So there you go. There you have it. Again, ESPN suspended Jame Hill today for her comments, encouraging the Cowboy players to boycott sponsors. I think it's a complete overreaction, but I think they are punishing her for the comments she made a couple weeks ago about the president, more so than the comments she just made yesterday. So that's what we got going on. I'll stay for a few more minutes. Not a whole lot. The bag. I was expecting a lot more comments, a lot more phone calls today. Giving us a Monday, after the football weekend. But maybe the late start did not help the situation. So again, I apologize. But this was Monday. I'll be back Thursday night at 7:00. I have at least one guest, maybe two. I know I have at least one. We'll do real news and fake news segment. We'll also have Sentell's Sucker of the Week. And we have a trivia question. Nobody answered it last time, so I'll give it again. Hopefully we can get an answer this time so you can win a gift card. So I'll be back Thursday at 7. So tune in then, 7:00 Thursday. Unless somebody want to call right now, I'm going to wrap this up. 864-378-5943. 378-5943. Again, apologize for the delay tonight. Kind of threw it off. But I'll be back Thursday at 7 for sure. I'll be back at 7 on Thursday. I'll have a guest or two. But with that, I think I'm gonna get out of here. Very interesting overreaction Monday. Not a whole lot of overreacting. Figured I have a lot of fans either happy or angry, but I didn't get a whole lot of either. So I'll see you guys Thursday at 7:00. Again, apologize for the technical difficulties, but I will see you Thursday at 7 for another edition of Sentell's Intel. I have been your host, the sensational Sentell Weeden. Until next time, I will see you guys. I am out.